Hi, my name is Wendy Lopez Aflito, and I'm so excited to be giving you an overview of the Readiness Check, a new free interactive tool that you can use as part of your parent engagement this year. At Learning Heroes, we start by listening to parents to better understand their mindsets, needs, and concerns. Through our national parent poll, we've uncovered that 90% of parents believe their child is on or above grade level, when we unfortunately know from NAEP data that it's closer to only a third of students on grade level. And further, we know that 39% of teachers believe students arrive on grade level at the beginning of the school year. So how can we help parents have a more accurate picture of their child's progress so that they can best support learning at home? That's the question that we're leaning into at Learning Heroes with all of our parent resources and messaging. And part of our effort includes 3 seasonal campaigns to give parents concrete actions and information they can easily use depending on the time of school year. Our Super 5 Back to School Power Moves provides parents with 5 simple tips to help set their child up for success in the new school year. And this year, as part of the Super 5, we're really excited to launch the Readiness Check. The Readiness Check is available for free at bealearninghero.org in both English and Spanish. So let's take a closer look. What is the Readiness Check? It is a simple, highly predictive tool where students answer 3 to 5 questions in math and reading, and it's designed to help parents, 1, get a gut check on how their child has learned foundational skills in math and reading that we know are necessary to succeed in the new grade. 2, learn what they can do at home to support these specific grade level skills. And then finally, get connected to free, easy-to-use resources, videos, and activities to support these specific skills at home. To ensure fidelity of the math content and questions, we're really proud and lucky to have worked with the leading experts in math and reading. So on the math side, we worked with Jason Simba, who is the lead writer of the Common Core State Standards for Math and founding partner of Student Achievement Partners. And on the reading side, we worked with Dr. Freddie Ebert, who is the CEO and founder of Text Project, and also an award-winning researcher and author. In addition, we did 3 rounds of focus groups and user testing to really understand how the tool resonated with parents and with teachers. And we have incorporated a lot of that feedback related to user experience and design into this tool that we're launching. To really understand how it can be used in the real world, we piloted the tool through partners like EdNavigator, Denver Public Schools, and Flamboyant Foundation. So how can the Readiness Check support your family outreach? Some ideas from our pilot partners include introducing it during your existing back-to-school events, during family workshops, as part of take-home material. The Super 5 flyer is available for you. We can customize it with your logo. The tool can also be introduced during family visits, and it's also a great way to reach all families, but especially families who might be new to your community and students who might be new to your school in order to get, again, a sense of how they are progressing with these important skills. So now, let's take a look at the Readiness Check. But first, wanted to provide my contact information. Please feel free to reach out with any questions as you're digging in and getting to know the tool. So let's take a look at the Readiness Check. As I mentioned, it's meant to be a fast gut check for parents to get a sense of how their child has learned foundational skills that are needed for this new year. It is in English and in Spanish, so if a parent wanted to start in Spanish, they would hit Español in the upper right-hand corner. And then, as I mentioned, it's meant to look at last year's skills that are important for this year. So if a child is a rising 3rd grader, they would choose what grade they completed last year. So we would hit grade 2 in that example. Let's take a look at the reading first, and then we'll go back to the math. So at the beginning, parents get some background information as to the average time their child might be reading at this grade, but then they're also supported with messaging related to that what's most important is that the child understands what was read and can give details using examples from the text, and that they can draw conclusions in their own words. The tool, as I mentioned, is designed to support ELL learners, and so students can hit the Spanish glossary and see a translation of the key words that are important to understand the text. All of the texts are short, and an average time for reading them would be about 2 minutes across the grade levels. You'll see that there are 3 questions for reading. In this case, I'm just going to go through here, answer them. The first 2 are multiple choice, and the third one is related to identifying the main idea. And so you would click on the sentence. The child would click on the sentence and then hit submit. At this point, it prompts you to take the device back from your child so that you can take a look at the results. In this case, the child looks like they do need some support with second grade skills. And we show you which ones were correct. So in this case, the first question was answered correctly. You can click on practice the skill to get some interactive resources to practice reading in a comprehensive way. And you can also hit the how to help at home to get ideas around specific activities that you can do with your child depending on the grade level. You'll see that the second question was incorrect. You'll see what your child answered and then what the correct answer is. And for each of these, you get ideas on how to support these specific skills at home. You also get prompted to sharing the results with your child's teacher, which is a great way to get a jump start on the year and help the child's teacher see where they might need support so that they can help them right from the start. You can either print the results and bring it to your first teacher conference or even at the beginning of the school year, or email the results to your child's teacher or yourself. You also get connected to the Back to School Super 5 tips and additional resources. Now let's take a look at the math. Again, if your child was a rising 4th grader, let's say, you would choose 3rd grade and hit math and hit let's go. For the math, you're prompted to get a pencil and paper for your child to work through the 5 questions on their own. It's also important to ask them to explain their answer so that you can get a sense of what's difficult for them, what's easy for them. You don't want to lean in too much and answer the question for them, but you certainly do want to pay attention to how they're working through the problem. You're also given information on which specific skill is being covered, which is really helpful information. Again, it's meant to support English language learners. So if the child wanted to see the question in Spanish, they would hit Español, and they would see it in Spanish. They could answer either here in Spanish, or they could click and answer in English. And this is really meant to support that English language learner in seeing it in both languages. You answer the question, and you get the high 5 for positive reinforcement. Again, parents are informed on which skill is being covered. In this case, I'm just going to click through and answer these. There are 5 questions, and the child should take their time and work through the problem as needed. For some in the math, some are true and false, some are multiple choice, and some have an input where you would answer type in the numeric answer. On the last 5th question, you would hit submit. And again, you're prompted to take the device back from your child to view the results. In this case, the child does need more support with 3rd grade math skills. You see again which ones were correct. So in this case, the first one was correct. You see what your child answered. you can look at Show Solution, which provides more information on how your child might have worked through that problem. Very helpful information. The second one was correct. And now let's take a look. If this one was incorrect, you hit practice this skill. And you get directed to free interactive resources, videos, activities to support that very specific skill at home. Again, allowing you to get a jump start in reviewing those important skills that are needed. So that happens for all of the 5 questions. You get that very concrete, skill-specific information. And similar to the reading, you are prompted then, you can print the results or email the results and get the additional information. Thanks so much. We hope that the tool is supportive of your family engagement this year. And again, please feel free to reach out with any additional questions. Thanks so much.